Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the review of episode 3 and 4 of the Big Brother No Lose Guard reunion. You know, one of the characteristics of Big Brother reunions is the fact that these housemates will gaslight us for Africa. They make us feel as if we were watching them from underneath our television, not even back of television. So when you're watching from back of television, so you'll be hearing the sound properly, but they make it look as if we turned our television upside down and we're seeing things that I don't get it. I do niggas in this is the first time. My name is Asma'u, and please do well to subscribe if you like what you are watching on this channel. Okay, so not to waste your time, TJ and Ben. That was episode 4. Um, those guys are not on talking terms. According to Ben, when he came out, he saw clips that TJ said the Mbadiwe twins were his besties. In fact, he has even made up his mind to give them the position of godfathers of his twins. And Ben was surprised. Like, the person that even carried the twins gave birth to them. You didn't even ask for her opinion. You have already concluded in who you want to. Like, well, it's a case of answer your papa name. So the men have more rights, the children, over than the mother, right? So, but that notwithstanding, you just met these people and you were sucking up on them. And to begin with, TJ himself is doing very well as a doctor in the UK or wherever. That's not bad. And he has said it. Well, that's by the way, because it might not be what we are thinking, it might not be on that level that we're thinking. Probably he just saw the Mbadiwe twins and the fact that he had twins, probably there was that twins connection, Baba twins, so let's just leave it like that. And there's something I wanted to add quickly. The fact that most of these housemates came in as a duo, it looks like there was never really a genuine relationship, or there was an underlining, different underlining issues, but they sort of managed to come into the house. Because I remember Femi and Mikey also had serious fallout. Femi said they had serious fallout before they came to the house. Like, it almost never even did happen. So probably it was just all about shared interest. You want to go in there, I want to go in there. Okay, and this season is a duo, all right, let's do it together. Just like Shantoria as well. Because Victoria and even Sean are not even on talking terms. But it's not like even when they were in the house, they were really on the talking terms. And those were one brand, one duo that sort of built individual brand. If you ask me, Sean built his brand as Sean, and Victoria, built her brand as Victoria, and which was very good for them. But then that's by the way. And then there was a heated argument between Nelly and Cassia. I remember vividly, even during Kelly Ray's media rounds, he said Nelly was his guy. Like, him and Nelly developed a very good relationship, but of course, they said shit happens. Now, this is it. If you ask me what happened, like my own construction, my own personal construction, actually, it might be wrong, it might be right. Now, Cassia doesn't like Nelly, obviously. Sorry, Cassia doesn't like Nelly, obviously, because of her relationship with Onyeka. Because if you look at it, Nelly sort of liked Cassia. You remember when Onyeka and Cassia issued it, you could see that Nelly was clearly on the side of Cassia and wished that Cassia didn't lie about, okay, whatever she claimed Onyeka said, but didn't say. It was her own intuition. Let me don't say lie, but her own intuition, right? Not necessarily lies against Onyeka, but her own intuition based on what Onyeka said to her. So she concluded that that was what Onyeka was thinking or whatever, right? So yes, there was a good bond, but somehow, we don't know what happens among these people. Obviously, they roll in the same cycle, blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, there was another argument between, that was in episode 4, where a little bit of the conversation of the triangle between Victoria, Onyeka, and Ozzy. And there was something Victoria said, which, yes, it sort of made sense. She said at the beginning she thought everything was all Onyeka, but it was when she came out too and saw clips and saw things, and Onyeka claimed that Sean told her that Victoria was aware of the whole thing. That was her own game plan, the triangle, blah, 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 blah. See, sometimes there are certain things that you don't even know who to really believe. Victoria said no, but I think eventually she played into it. and the Onyeka self claimed that she was a witch. We know Onyeka. Onyeka was claiming that she didn't even know anything was happening. That she was even willing to even link Victoria and Ozzy. But if you were so much of a matchmaker, then why were you so angry when they were calling Victoria Mrs. Simbadiwe? If your eye was not there, but that's by the way, we already know. We watched the show and we saw everything. Onyeka was head heels in, I don't know, in obsession, because to me, what she's so obsessed about that in Baduri guys, well, that's by the way. And then name calling Onyeka, okay, Victoria called Onyeka a horrible person. And that was it. Back and forth, back and forth. And there's something I noticed. It's like Ebuka just sees through these housemates. Like for me, these people are like one of the fakest, if there's any English like that, Big Brother housemates that I have watched in the reunion. Yes, others, obviously, I told you the gaslighters and all of that. But these people are bringing in some kind of weird energy that we didn't see in the house with all the kumbaye. And I knew this was going to happen because all those they are kumbaye in the house, all those they are togetherness in the house, I knew it was nothing short of artificial, non existent. All right, then the episode 5 started with Tofa and Suj. Just like I said, almost everybody has broken. Relationships have broken. Even blood relationships have broken. About Tofa launching his jersey, though he claimed that he told Suj about the jersey before they went into the house. So with the fame, coming out with the fame and then the talent, obviously. And to begin with, Tofa and Suj actually even introduced themselves as colleagues. And you know, there are different levels of relationships. There are acquaintances, there are associates, there are friends, you know. And Suj and Tofa were not on that level. So to me, them not even being on talking terms is no big deal to me, but at least they just brought it in there to make it part of the, clarity ish. And then it was trashed. It was cool. They were calm. Okay, not that they were cool, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't in big of a deal. You don't have to be there. All right, then the next again had to still come back with Victoria and Ozzy again, and OC triangle. Ebuka still brought the topic, and this time around he sort of asked other people too about their opinion of the triangle, and those people all said that Ozzy was actually enjoying it. He also played into it, he keyed into it, blah 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 blah. Even Victoria, when she was asked, she said yes when she came out and saw clips, and that was when she said some other conversations also made sense to her, because she said there were some things he came out saying to her and she didn't understand at that time. Even Onyeka, she didn't understand at that time. At some point, she landed everything on Onyeka's head, feeling that Onyeka was the one speculating. Now, not until she came out and actually saw some things, like clearly Ozzy was playing both parties, and then she was obviously disappointed, right? And then Onyeka eventually called Victoria a snake. Now, this is it, not that she just called Victoria a snake just like that too. Ebuka spoke about them talking, because even Ozzy himself claimed that he has encouraged them to make peace, which I don't understand. What is the making peace when you're the bone of contention? I don't get it. And the thing, let me tell you, is that Victoria and Onyeka don't even need to be friends. Victoria's relationship with Onyeka is not going to benefit Onyeka in any way. Onyeka's relationship with Victoria is not going to benefit Victoria in any way. So for me, not everyone have to be friends. It's not necessary. You guys might start well, but you don't necessarily have to end well. And it's fine. There are so many other people on the panel. Victoria has plenty of friends. Onyeka has plenty of friends. So if they want to talk about it, okay, based on closure's sake, fine. But if they don't want to, it's still fine. I've seen even married couples that don't even have closure. Everybody goes their way. How much more just ordinary housemates in a Big Brother show, blah 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 blah. And that is it. So both parties said maybe they're not interested, and it's fine. And then last but not the least, I saved the best for the end. Yes, for the last, was Chinwe and Chine of the Ndine pair, the aunts. Do you know, it took me watching that part like twice to truly understand what happened, because it just joined, like the whole thing started from 0 to 1,000. Like it was just, the whole thing was just messed up. Okay, this was it, right? Ebuka asked Chinwe what the nature of her relationship with what was the nature of her relationship with Nne, that's the niece of the Ndine pair. And Chinwe said they are cool, that they actually talk, and she said they are cool, they talk. And then Ibuka said, okay, what about the Chine, the aunt? She now said she doesn't have any relationship whatever with the aunt. And I don't know, for whatever reason, the aunt was not asking Chinwe what exactly did she ever do, what did she do to her. And so Chinwe was like, no, we're not on the same league. We don't roll like that. You understand? And then the Chine was now insisting what exactly is the not on the same league. And then this thing just skyrocketed, and these two ladies gave each other some horrible mouthwash. Like, they bad mouthed themselves. Like, some things that I cannot even sit down here and tell you. I can't even start narrating it to you, but it was bad and it was scary. Like, it was a shock even to the remaining cast. Like, it was looking funny, but it wasn't funny, right? Well, the show is a weekday thing, so hopefully on Monday we'll see how it ends. But Ibuka didn't even interject. Like, I don't know what's happening to Ibuka this time around, but although there was something I said, could it be that Multi Choice is trying to cover up for their loss? And so whatever drama is going on, they don't want to obstruct it. Maybe at the back of the scene they have bouncers that in case it gets violent, they can come in. But you could just see that Ibuka is not ready to pacify anybody. He will ask the question. He's not ready to side with anyone. Of course, he can't even side with anybody. But the truth is that he's just watching them do their thing, because it's almost looking like they sat down and they scripted their reunion by themselves. It doesn't make sense. And to be honest with you, I understand why Ibuka doesn't even have much interest in all of those things that they're doing. Because where was all of this energy when we needed it? You signed a contract. You know what Big Brother show looks like. You just went into the house, did some kind of things, came out, and suddenly now at the reunion, you're bringing fire and brimstone, which at this point is totally irrelevant. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you guys next week for us. And by the way, I also stream the show, the reunion, on my channel. Afterwards, we have this beautiful conversation. We talk, we analyze, we talk, we review, because that is what we are here for. All right, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up as well, so that YouTube will identify with it and share. All right.